Welcome, my friends. It's Yorkie, and hiding behind me is the Chihuahua. I'd like to take you to Play It Again, Yorkie, an indie game. Game Dev Masters by Ryan Saunders. A game I've enjoyed playing many times. Come with me this Halloween month as we play Game Dev Masters, setting up our company. Makes horrific games. Cleared. All right. Mystic Eye. 5th of December, some year. And this, of course, from the UK. Favorite genre? Survival. Let me just remind myself, it's been a while. You have friends in the industry. Yes, games are cheaper to make, that will work. And we're going to go procedural, which means everything's random. So while you might think, for instance, a fantasy role-playing game would be good, it might be that that's awful in this world. And let's say a surgeon role-playing game would be good. Let's see. No, we can modify that as we go, so that's fine. Hair type. A little bald for me, that. Oh, it's not perfect, but that's fine. Wrong way. Pale as they come. A sickly green tint to the hair, I think. You. Top collar. We're going to go bright, so black shirt, black pants, black shoes. There we have it. Right, contract difficulty. Very high. Contract payouts I'll leave at normal. We do like to use those at times. Game review strictness. Winter grant us any favours there. New office costs are very high. And office monthly running costs are very high. Subsidiary sales, relatively low. Engine power scaling, we're going to leave that as is, I think, in total. Tech, we might up them a little bit, but not a lot. Engine creation cost, now that can get a little steep, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. Commercial engine chance? Well, first of all, convention bonus is very low. Commercial engine chance. Now, last month, our boy Ryan had made a boo-boo in this, so that they brought in an extreme amount of money that they shouldn't have done. They don't now. Perhaps not as likely to sell. Chance to win awards. Very low. Game award gains. Also very low. Passive stat gains. That's how your staff do just through general working rather than training. I like that. Bankruptcy tolerance. That can get a little risky. I'll leave that as it is. Trend impact. Low. Very low. Initial loan size. We'll have a high loan. Leave the price slider as it is. Now, I want to go a little higher, maybe 1100 this time. If we go there, those are going to be painful scalings, I think, at first, but we should catch up with them in the end. Engine creation costs we'll leave where they are. think that's where we're going to go. It's 1125%. So, if you want to pause when we're going through the game so that you can read the tutorials yourself, you're welcome. We won't be stopping for them, so they'll just be flashing on screen and you'll have to do the pause yourself. See, I'll just show you a few seconds of them. Right. Pause just now. Grab bonus tasks. Actually, topic deep dive. We have alternate history, extreme sports, and mythology. Do any of these fit well here? I don't have 10 RP just now. That's fine. Research. I can't. I don't have any RP. Alright, so let's just make a game. And this is completely random and will almost certainly be a complete failure. But can you survive in alternate history? Dynasty. You're operating in the royal courts, and they're sinister. We don't know what it functions well with, so we're just guessing. X cubed 13,000, and the default engine, which has no power, is a small game. Actually, I don't need to do this time. Last time I played this, it was important to do this. To at least try, because the only time there was an error. The only time that you could win Small Game of the Year was in the first year. That's been fixed. I'd forgotten that's been fixed. Right. So... and this is where we design the game. The slider rules. That wants to be very low, which means... low, which means it can't be more than 30. Ideally, optimal balance 50-50, although I don't think that's accurate. I think that's just because we haven't done any research. That's also low. And we'll, since this is going to be a garbage game, we'll just advertise it on social media for free. Speed controls are wonderful in this thing now. They didn't exist for a while. And see, that is one of the wonderful things about Ryan as a game designer. He listens to his players and works on what he can. Need more tech. That's fine. That's what we're going to get there. Oh, very high. That has to be at least 30. Now, that's not quite the balance it should be. Let's just get this to 5 hype. And you see, we're getting 2 research points, so we've gone. You generate research points just by doing things. They can then be used for research. 7 points out, which is about as far as you can go. Without having penalties. If we do delay it, we can work on one side or the other of this for a few weeks. 1 to 4, I think it is. It might be longer. Before release. But it cuts down the hype. Let's just launch. Yeah, that's a fail. But you see, they did not like that, but it gave us the ability to research some stuff. Game Dev Report, it's out now. We've made up our minds about the release from Horrific Games. Everybody is saying the game had problems. Its total tech and design levels, outdated low-tech engine. Alright. Next up. Let's train. That raises your person stats. We're at level 2 already. So, focus. I'm trying to remember which way this works. How many research points you gain when you proc research points during development? Whereas speed, time it takes to research and train as well as generate game reports. Oh, focus. I misclicked. These include your chance to create bugs as well as proc additional design tech, etc. So focus is what we're going to be working on. Now, do it once. We could go to the convention. In fact, we might as well. Although, at 50k, I don't think it's of merit to go. We only have 44 in the bank. We've done a training program. Congratulations on releasing your first game. Yes, yes, yes. It's probably going to win an award, which will be the worst game of the year. Let's see. Milestones. These are essentially like achievements. First game, 830,000. Impressive. Don't think it used to be that big. Oh, of course, they've magnified them, haven't they? But if we look at this, we're in second. Of course, the new month starts and new people come in. Uberchew always seems to be big. In fact, Uberchew might be right. I always forget which his is. Pretty sure it was that one. Contract, we'll take the job and get that done. Contracts bring in extra money. You get the basic if you just take the contract, and you get more if you complete it. You get some every 6 months on January and July. And right now, with no money, it pays to get these contracts out of the way. Let's have a look at our finances, because we took a huge loan. Back. Banking option. New loans. Remaining amount, we are 220,000 in the loan. It's not great. And more. If we look at his stats, you should see they are gradually increasing. That's the passive gains. You increase stats passively by doing things that use them. Not sure if this will be the last one because we've just slipped into July. I tend to stay at full speed or pause depending what I'm doing. You can run slower, of course, if you want, but that generally just puts delays in there, so why? And we're coming through the contracts. There's no more left. Alright, so next is to do a research. You see, we can gain points for researching topic and genre. By a topic, I think horror's one, isn't it? And we do so like to make horrific games. Research, genre. Horror stealth. Of course, why not? Now, it's obvious what they are, but if you're new to the game, you may not understand what a deep dive is. Basically, it's a way of taking one of your things, one of your topics, and seeing how it does amongst very different genres, different target audiences. Now, you don't see what it is there, but for instance, if you go to try and do a new game, you'll see what you researched there, which is it's good with survival in this world. It's procedural, so it could have been anything. The levels are, I think, bad, poor, okay, good, and great, something like that. Now, done a deep dive, and we've cleared all of those. Let's have a look at the milestones. Attend a convention, create an engine. Research. Engine features. Of course, we need research points for that. So if that was good, I don't have the points to do age-wise. What I can do is a game report, which will generate some more research. And you can only do it for things that you did without knowing how they do. And it will generate some information on what was good and bad on that. It's quick, and it's there. And there's your report. Dynasty has been completed. Feedback shows that alternate history is terrible with survival, and a great match with adult audience. So we know in future if we want to do some alternate history, then we need to go with adult audience. But we're actually, although we're going to do a lot of research of other things, we are probably going to limit ourselves on what we can do, because the game should be horrific games. By which I don't mean bad. I mean horror. What are the other things to do here? Create an engine. 10 contract jobs, we'll get that soon. Pay off a loan, nowhere near that. Small game of the year, update an engine, create 5 game. Alright, so let's do some training. Well, we can. That's an interesting one. We're at level 3. One of the things we can do there, character upgrades. We can get one of these at level 3 and one at level 10. And I always like to get promotion, leverage social media. And you see each level, it's 3 levels. Each level gets more and more expensive. 25,000 for first, 500 for second level, and I think it's 5 million for third, something like that. So now we go to view stats, change skills, and once we've got a game underway, we can use us to leverage some social media to get some hype. Right, December's on its way through, and we don't have anything else, so let's do some training. And I want some focus. Also, these go up as to what you can do. Now, of course, doing this, it only generates one at a time for $1,000. But doing this generates 3 at a time, but costs more. But of course, it's in the same time. And of course, I can set it to be repeating. I've got 13, so I need 3 more of these really to get up to 20 would be okay. Let's see how badly we did. Logical software. Now, one of the nice things Ryan did, just to say, is that for those who support his game, actually anyone in the Discord, I think it was, but certainly anyone playing the game on channel, we're able to suggest names of studios for small, medium, large, etc. And these two, Logical Software and Geek Good Games, were suggestions from me. I'm in the game. However, I was right. Horrific games win the worst game of the year. Turn off the auto. And get the job's done. Now, as you get faster and faster, not only are your bubbles coming faster, but you'll find that they go from 1 a time to 2 a time to 3 a time, etc. But that takes some development in your skills to get there. Doing for our... How are we doing for our banking options? 2 loans, we're at 175,000 now. But it's coming down. It hurts us every month, but it is coming down. Those were a couple of criticals. You see, we got double point score. Worst Goldie, worst game of the year. Of course, you did, however, lose 3 fans, which I didn't have a lot to begin with. I've only got 12 left. Right. Time to start working on that engine. Engine features, linear storyline. We've got no games on the market, so there's no point in going, or in production. So there's no point in going to that. Research, engine features, level editor. (2D sprites). Research, engine features, basic sound. And we're into July, so we can do more contracts. Now, one thing I can also do while we're here is just changing the colours. Let's turn the lights down, shall we? And the sun. The blinds can be most of the way down, most of the way closed. And perhaps most of the way down too. Select room colours. Black floor. Blood red walls. Logo in white, in grey white. Actually, I think turn the wall colour up a little. Definitely that up. May need to turn the lighting up a little as well. Door colour. Brown, dark brown. Door frame colour. Blood. There's blood everywhere. And we will adjust the lights up a little to say 50%. Well, more fitting for a horror studio, I think. Have a look at those stats. 110, 105, 19, 114. They're only going to go up when I'm doing games. 114, 5. Critical chance I don't actually like anyway. Critical chance is the kind of thing some people really love. But given I will often extend a game so that I can use its the chance to do a bit extra work after the deadline, that makes it harder to judge when you're going to get random extra bubbles. And increasingly frequent. You don't know when they're going to come. Of course, it could be argued that you're going to get more anyway, so you might not need to extend it as much. There is that. Gamers Convention opened, which I don't have anything to put in. Right, topic deep dive. Horror. Now, we already know that it's good for survival. What about stealth and what about the... That would require 85 RP. That would be 70. Take out stealth. That would be 60, which is what we've got. And it would be 40,000 research. The reason I can afford to leave one off, definitely, is you've heard me say it's great, good, okay, poor and bad or something like that. There's only 5 that it can be. And they're spread throughout these 5. Every one is one of them. So if I know what these are, by definition, I know what that is. By elimination. Right, let's have a horror game. And we're going to go survival. And in this case, bad and terrible and bad. Terrible is teen, bad is early childhood, everyone is okay, great is mature, which means adults is good, but you want great if you've got it. 39, it's good for PC, I have to buy the rights to that. I didn't finish the engine. That's going to hurt this. But I can do more. I will get more options to research for engines. So it's fine with me. Alright, so engine is low. Oh, it's 50-50. I already have information on it, so it shouldn't be at 50-50 all the time. Low cannot be more than 30. Low also no more than 30. Very high, story can go up. We will mark it on social media. Alright, we need a lot more tech. But we can't do it here. Now, that can't be above 30, but it can be 30, so we're locking that in. That must be at least 30, so that's going to come down to 30. Why? Because it's 90% design, and our design is well above what it needs to be. So, we've got 30, that's fine. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't have anything on the market anyway. Well, design has to be very high. That's unfortunate. Graphics can be high, which is good. I can crank that all the way up for 90. Now, that does put that down at 23. In fact, I can bring that down to 20. Making that 50, which has a higher focus on graphics. And this one's going to have to be delayed. Let it get to 5. Yes, we're going to go to the convention. Small. Project 2. Oh, we didn't name it. Okay. 24% hype gained. No point in carrying on with the marketing because it can't get any higher hype than that. Through the marketing, it's capped at 10, I believe. No, 5 on that marketing, I believe. So, we're going to delay. Right, we need to get some more tech. We need to get 17 tech. I'm going to put it on a 3-week delay and see how that goes. There's no point in me marketing, but I can promote it. We might be a little over, but not too badly. 3% difference, that's okay. Launch. Didn't come out well. They didn't like that one. Probably because of the gameplay, etc. Yeah, total tech design and it's low. Yeah, that's fine. That's going to need training from my part. So meanwhile, let's take this. And once we've got these done, the last thing we'll do before we finish is... Actually, no, we'll do that next time. So we'll finish there. Next time, what we're going to do, I'll do the contracts off of screen, is get the research done for the engine and produce the engine. So, thank you for joining us as we produce terrible games that aren't yet horrific games. We're working on them being horror. In the meantime... There's links to other games on the channel if you'd like to try them. That would be wonderful. There's a like and a subscribe if you want to help us grow. And if you drop me a line in the comments, I'll respond. This has been Yorkie and a Chihuahua, producing horrific games.